Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Silicon Beach vlog. Uh, Today is a bright sunny day, a spring day, Sunday afternoon. I'm here walking on this Kunang Creek Park by the side of the Eastern Freeway, not far from home, maybe about 10 minutes walking distance in Doncaster. So just a quick whip around. This is going to be a short video. I'll keep it short because I find that more people view it when it's short. This video was inspired by a response to a Slack post that I did on a private Slack channel for the organizers in our Silicon Beach Slack channel. So if you are not familiar with Melbourne Silicon Beach, click the link below in the description and come onto our meetup page and check it out. If you're in Melbourne, or even if you're not in Melbourne, feel free to join us and see what we are doing. You can see the live streams of our pitch nights and lots of other things coming ahead. Educational material for startup founders and wannabe startup founders are coming up. But yeah, we have a Slack channel. Join the Slack channel as well. We don't mind from anywhere in the world. You can contribute some thoughts and ideas even if you can't come to our events. So yeah, so I made this post in our private channel saying that, hey guys, I think it's time we moved out of the pub into a more professional or more elegant venue, because for the last 5 years we have been meeting once a month for a pitch night in a pub in the city of Melbourne, in the CBD, Royal Melbourne Hotel. They've been very nice to us and we have had no problems there. But it is a pub, and I think, I mean, this is not backed by any facts or evidence, but I think the fact that we have not got sponsors from any people other than small businesses and startups is that because we are meeting in a pub. So despite us having more than 10,180 members as of my recording this as of today, we have found it difficult to get corporate sponsors, the likes of Microsoft, Google, AWS, and those consultancy companies that are active in the innovation space. You know, I don't have to tell you their names. Their names generally start with 3 or 4 initials. You know, their employees have been coming to our pitch nights. I have even been given their cards, which I think, thrown them out, which I regret now. I'm contacting them through LinkedIn because many of them are connected with me on LinkedIn. They haven't come as sponsors, whereas they do sponsor the largest tech startup community in Australia, which is Startup Victoria, which is a very professionally run organization, community, and funded by government as well. But we are 100% volunteer run community, and we are only $1,500 members behind them, only $1,500 to go to overtake them on Meetup. So I wanted to test moving our pitch night out of this pub. We have got 3 likely places, mostly outside the CBD, because you don't get big spaces in the CBD. It's hard to find, but not that far from the CBD, maybe 5 to 10 minutes tram ride or train ride out of the CBD. But the response I got from senior organizers was that we have to be very careful. Ooh, the wheels might fall off the bus if we do that. I don't think so, because this is once again fear of failure and fear of leaving the comfort zone. So there are 2 zones that we are very familiar with: the comfort zone and the safety zone. Now we are in the comfort zone here, having this pitch night in this pub for the last 5 years or so. But if we keep doing the same thing, the safety zone might move out, because we need to be financially sustainable to keep this Silicon Beach going and also growing. So we can be very comfortable, yet we could, without realizing, lose members. As it is, new members joining in the last 3 months had been going down. The graph, if you see, has been going down in the last 3 months, and also we tend to stagnate. I find that in the last 6 months or so, when we ask who's here for the first time, it's generally more than 50%, 50 to 60% of the attendees are first timers. So that means that people don't keep coming back because it's the same thing. They must be thinking it's the same. We'll go to another event where we could meet some new people, see some, hear some new ideas. So yeah, I think it's time we moved out, and I think it's time we moved out of the comfort zone. If we don't do that, we will slowly stagnate, because I will put links to 2 blog posts by Seth Godin. He's explained this very well. I find it hard to explain in words here, but he has given 2 charts and explained this. It's a concept called local max and big max. So the local maximum is what he calls the comfort zone, the first comfort zone. And as the graph starts from 0 and goes up and then peaks at the local max, and then you can't move any further from that without doing something drastic, without making some changes. And the moment you make those changes, your graph goes down. Whatever you are measuring, it could be income, it could be numbers attending an event, it could be anything, it goes down. But you need to keep going. You need to try that change and see, and keep going. Even though it will go right down, it will go down before it goes up to reach a big max. And when you keep doing it, like a roller coaster, can go up and down. I can give some examples from the actions that we did in the past, like things like stopping free drinks, stopping the bar tab in our pitch night, and that brought the attendances right down, but it brought better quality people, real startup founders coming to the event. So it went down and then it started going up again. Now we regularly attract about 150 to 200 people to our monthly pitch nights. So watch this space, how we ride this local max and big max. Read the blog post which Seth has written around 2005, so nearly 13 years ago. But they're not new concepts. You'll have your own stories, and the moral of this episode is, the takeaway is that look in your own life and own business or own startup. Where are you comfortable? If you're not happy with your job or your relationship or your business or startup or small business, whatever you're doing, think, what can you do to take yourself out of the comfort zone? And try it in a little controlled, safe way. That's what we are going to do, in a controlled way, to move out of that comfort zone. And you might be surprised at what happens to you. Of course, it can go horribly wrong. You can fail, but then have some sort of a plan B. It's not bad to have a plan B, and see what happens. So I'm not suggesting that you leave your job and start straight away. You can start your startup as a side hustle while you're still working in your full-time job. If you leave your job straight away to start your startup without savings or something to fall back on, then you're leaving the comfort zone as well as the safety zone. So think of a way how you can leave the comfort zone without leaving the safety zone, because the world is changing. You can be happy in your comfort zone, and all of a sudden, without knowing, your safety zone can move from underneath you. This happened to Kodak. They were very comfortable doing those old photo processing, selling photographic film and paper, and servicing the analog photography industry. Even they knew about, I think it's their own engineers who came up with the digital photography revolution, but they decided to ignore it because they were comfortable. And other companies came out with digital cameras, and suddenly not only were they out of their comfort zone, they were out of their safety zone as well. So don't let that happen to you. Let experiment and see how you can safely get out of your comfort zone. Thanks. Stay subscribed, and if you're in Melbourne, see you in at one of our events. If not, join us online on Slack, on Medium, and all these other methods we have. We'll be shortly launching a website as well, where you can interact with us. Thank you. Have a nice day, and stay subscribed.